we are in store for another one. That is for sure. We got Roosters versus Anew Esports, and they are on Ascent. So, we got to cast Icebox, a lot of fun. Sort of a dream of mine as I may have had some dreams about it, but we are now on Ascent, and Ascent is also a very fun map, relatively new, like Dilly was saying earlier in the cast today, and I think we've seen Roosters on cast, so Roosters has been on cast. They actually were on Icebox when we last saw them, but now we're on Ascent. So some really, really strong players on Roosters, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I do remember the one time, uh, you and I were casting it actually, and it was on Haven,
Right.
and the Roosters lost because they didn't kill the person defusing the spike.
Oh my gosh, maybe I forgot about that. That was a crazy game.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. So glad to see that they went back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
um,
Let me see.
I
The
am.
last member of New Esports sort of trying to hover over the agents. And sorry to cut in there, but we're just sort of trying to figure out the agents and just double duelists for the side of Roosters and as well as two duelists from the side of a New Esports. Actually, was it a mirror matchup? Did you see that?
I think it was,
Yeah.
which is not a surprise. I mean, you want your mix of being able to take control of mid or be able to push onto a site very aggressively, and then also being able to deny the intel while gathering your own. It is literally a set because of just how many
Yeah.
50-50 corners there are. You just need that balance.
Me and Bump will, when I cuss with Bump, we'll always see these jet battles right through mid, and you see it in every single time you're on Ascent, but man, were they 50-50s. It felt like every other one was going the side, or going to
Mhm.
the side of the other team. So that is absolutely true. There is a 50-50 map, a lot of corners that sort of are equally favored, So we'll see as these teams load in, and mid control is sort of a fault last game in Icebox that we talked about, but this is a map where mid control is so favored and honestly so strong. So I'd um, love to see a new esports try to play to that, as we already see it coming out.
Here we go. Mid push in. They're gonna find out that there's nobody in mid to really challenge them. There was maybe at least the Omen at Cat, but they've already fallen back, and they might even try to meet anybody that goes beyond Market and Pizza. But it doesn't seem to be of any interest for them. They just want to lock down the B site, and they're going to be greeted by two lovely Sentinels coming in from the side of the Roosters. Will they throw in the morning? They are just sort of playing it. They get played for picks. Darkness is already going to go down, but already the Roosters have come to save the day for their brethren, or at least avenge them. As they will
Oh,
start to lock it down, one for one, back and forth, and there's the spike plant.
all right.
All right, yep, that is going
Yeah.
to be it. As much as I could say.
No, no, you're good. Roosters already taking the first round. It looked really good for a new. Actually, I loved how they played that mid. That was exactly what I was looking for, and it was just a solid retake from Roosters. They picked apart the members that they needed to, didn't overextend themselves as they tried to retake that site, and yeah, just solid stuff. And now they've won 2 games, so 2 rounds. I mean, sorry, 1 round. Whew. I'm sorry, Bemi. It's been a long day, and they are.
It's math's hard, and things have been fast. I respect this 100%.
No worries, but we are about to get into the second one. This second round, I believe we saw force buys from both sides.
Oh my gosh, but I mean, we're going to see a little bit of
Oh,
a force trade as we see True take a couple, and it is a stage a round after all. It's not going to be too much to write home. They do manage to take a couple,
okay,
but honestly, it doesn't going to amount to a whole hill of beans here, Mario.
no, not too much. Yeah, so I was wrong. It was not a force buy. It is now full rifles, full armor coming out from the side of a new esports. So yes, they dropped those first 2 rounds, but now they have an opportunity to bring it back. We see, yes, this is actually going to be really crucial if Ban is able to pick up this operator shot early and put themselves at that 5-4 advantage. The defense becomes so much easier for Roosters, and they might be able to really push their lead. But oh, this is gonna be scary. Oh, he doesn't get it, or they don't get it, and so. All right, now it's a 5v5. That was a very crucial miss early in this round.
Yes, but they get to keep their skin intact at the very least, so they still got the job. It's still 5,000 credits in their favor. Drone will come out. Napri will be revealed and close the door on them, and they are just going to vibe over there. Not really urgently trying to push anywhere specifically. There is at least the jet up in tree, but Trisk not going to get much line of sight. Anything. Nice smoke coming in there from the Omen. Roosters, I mean, they're very patient. They're not really looking to take any advantages. They have won 2 rounds in a row. They are feeling pretty good about their economy. They're overall just feeling comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fierce is able to find one. That's already a mid pick, and they are going to start committing over to B. So now we are going to see the same story and song and dance again. It's going to be the 2 sentinels hanging out of B, revealing the information. This time the trap, or the not the trap, but the smoke front coming in from the Cypher will be able to help them set the nice fire, get them information. They haven't even been able to plant the spike just yet. Damage has already been done though. But it's a 2v2, a 2v1 actually before I can finish anything, and Roosters deny the plant again. Super close, but this Sentinel double up thing on B seems to be working for them.
Yeah, I actually really love what I'm seeing from Roosters as they sort of sit in the back of sight and don't really allow them in. You know, their plan is to not, like, you know, to win in that 2v5. Like, it's nice that they keep getting these kills, but their plan is to stall until the rotation comes out, until the retake can be successfully done from the rest of Roosters, and it's just been working so excellent. Sure, actually picking up a couple frags with the Spectre in the back of sight. So, with all that being said, really great stuff from Roosters as they have strung together 3 rounds in a row and look very poised. But you know, we see already mid control coming from the already.
They don't have much in the way of weaponry, so it's not going to be much. I mean, we're probably see this slowdown happen right now. It's at least 1 for 1, but that is good. Oh, they almost lost the op there, but they should be able to get back in just to make it time.
Yeah, wow, that is. I mean, here's what I will say is, you know, Roosters coming off a very long last game. You know, I believe it went really close to overtime. If not, it did. While Anew Esports actually went 13-1 against their opponents in the round of 16. So they're probably feeling a little rusty. They haven't played for like 20-30 minutes. While Roosters are hot and ready. They're actually not tired at all, and I think it's showing a little bit because Anew just keeps getting trapped.
Bit of a momentum there, yeah, for sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're also on defense, which in some regards can be considered favored, but not by too much. But they are doing a great job just sort of holding it. There is a lot of discipline also coming in from Roosters as well, not taking any aggressive peek. And while they do give up, you know, some ground, they're not sacrificing too much for either. They do manage to get some trades. Ban does manage to get 1 off the screen, and they will be able to fall back. They do give up 8, but I mean, it's still an even fight, which is good for them.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely good. We'll have to see what happens here as the retake is coming out for Roosters. They've looked so solid on these.
It's gonna be tough for Ban. They are at 11 health. They may not want to risk this. They have a nice economy, but they don't want to just keep throwing away 5,000 creds. They'll go through the smoke. They manage to find 1, but they'll get traded out. Punch's Fury will try to see if they can slow down anything, but I don't think they're going to be able to find anything, and the rest of the Rooster squad is just going to be able to push up. No Tyler's at A main is a commonplace, and they'll be able to lock it down, defuse it, and keep the op alive. Really nice stun. Again, these Sentinels have been, honestly, also the duelist duo of the group.
Yeah, I always love to see the Sentinels and, you know, utility-heavy agents picking up frags. You know, all of the ultimates across the board, every agent's ultimate is so influential if used correctly. And if you could stack those quickly on an agent like a you know, Cypher or Sova, it can be really impactful. So I love to see Roosters doing that, and it's just not looking super solid for Anew as their buys are sort of split.
Yeah, they're torn between a rock and a hard place. They're going to try to push up mid, but this time they're actually going to be met with aggression, but because they haven't been doing this so much,
Oh
Trisk is
my
able to get away with this stuff
gosh.
because they don't know how to read into the play. Nobody's been able to challenge them at mid before, and now all of a sudden they're meeting resistance. A nice disengage and player advantage for Roosters. They have banned there just to see if they can find anything, but honestly, they may as well be better off rotating towards B. They know they're at cat. They managed to find one, but I don't know if this site's necessarily going to kill. Yes, they'll have the site open, but they're already tagged up badly, and they have the read on where they are. Ban just through a little peek through the smoke will be able to find one. Might get taken down, but no! The Zoomer reflexes are coming in, and they are going to be super strong, and Ban makes it solid third. And honestly, this is probably the most dominant Jet Opera we have seen yet, and we've been seeing them as MVP twice now, Barrio.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. 6 rounds in a row is so great for Roosters, and they've just looked honestly impenetrable. Yes, that was another save round for Anew Esports, but I just don't know what they do. We do see the Jet Op coming out from Neat. That's got to be a big influence because that is their bank. You know, that is what they've saved up for, is that operator in the hands of Neat. And they've got to be influential here. They've got to pick up kills and they've got to take this round, or that's going to be wasted, you know?
Yeah.
All right, well, as we get into here.
Rotation. Tries to take a shot, not going to be able to work it out. Drop the knife because they're in pressure, and they shoot through the smoke. Fierce, able to get banned. Both offers are gone, which is insane, but Shora still got a dead eye up their sleeve for us, as they will go ahead and, I think, close the door over on B. So this site not open for business. They got to pretty much commit to A here, unless they want to just make a lot of noise at B, make them apparent, and just try to check all their corners. Doesn't seem to be the case, so Tyler will take the lead here. Doesn't have really any way of getting information. They have one arrow, but they need to make sure it counts before they even start pushing in. But meanwhile, we say that, look who's in tree, it's the Omen. And they might be able to breathe something. They hear the fire, Triss goes down, but Nepri is able to trade it out. It's still player advantage for them. They'll be able to again lock down the site, but we've seen them retake this very efficiently on the side of Roosters.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see what Anew can do, as they haven't been successful on any of their holds yet. They've gotten the spike down most rounds, but they usually seem to fall towards this point.
A couple of headshots for the trouble, but it is traded out. 2v1. Tyler's going to do the best they can, but unfortunately, it's just going to be difficult. Napri, please, have a little decency. But, I mean, honestly, when you win 7 rounds in a row, you are going to feel good about yourself.
Yeah, the comms are probably a lot of trolling around and having fun, as they are making a statement here in the quarterfinals, 7-0. And they have showed 0 signs of stopping. And like I said, that bank is has been looking atrocious. They had to save last round. They're going to be able to buy up, but it's not going to be a full buy. They're going to have to put a light armor on 2 of their members. Flavor might... oh, gosh. I always love to see the Sova Odin here, because sometimes you get some really lucky spray downs through the wall bangs.
It's calculated.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if Bam's even going to take a shot here. Maybe they'll just let, you know, Flavor have some fun. But nope, Flavor's going to go away now. Hold down mid, marking good. Might be introduced. Risk. Darkiest is gone. Fierce might be in. Oh, no, actually, mid's pretty open. They might discover that. Fierce might not know what to do. They might just check down A, B long, potentially. I don't know, but... Oh, no! There's the Odin finally coming in. Not the wallbang you were hoping for, Barrio, but still strong.
I mean, that drone got 2 darts. All right, well, we see Roosters 5-man strong, as they are looking to retake wherever Anew Esports is planting, and they're looking to plant B. So this is going to be a 5v3 hold. Don't know if Anew is able to do it.
5v2 actually. Yep. Well, never mind. 5v0 now, as they will have a flawless round. This is... Mario, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong here. We're in quarterfinals, right?
We are in quarterfinals, yep. Quarterfinals against Anew, who 13-1 Pyronics. a historically excellent org that's played really well in the VCS. They pulled 13-1 against them, and now it is 8-0. So it's just been a really, really strong showing from Roosters, a team that always seems to do just really miracle runs in the VCS, where, you know, I've seen them drop the first game of group stage and then run it all the way back, I believe, to the semis or even the grand finals. So just love to see these guys really play how they played, and they just look so solid here for us.
It's rough. It's really rough right now, as we'll see how it works out in the long run. Economy pretty much set for this entire half at this given point. If for anything nice will come out. But again, Roosters, they've been so smart to sort of get playing it back. As I say this, though,
Tyler picking up a kill.
yeah, McFree will just let themselves walk into Under Fury, but they still are able to lock it down. Ban! Are you kidding me? You can't have reflexes like that. You do manage to get tagged. They are aware of the situation, but I don't think they're aware of this. No way!
Oh
They
my
just
god.
dodged the drone. Darkness is now in a 1v2 situation. Does manage to find one. Drops the blind. Shot does miss. Don't know if they have it halfway, but it doesn't matter. They're just not ready for the aggressive piece coming in from Ban, and Ban locks it down and secures a 9th round for their team.
Yeah, Vans looked so good on the operator. I mean, you said it earlier, but this might be the best Jet Opera we've seen, especially here in the playoffs, but maybe all day. Them, I don't know, I mean, I don't really have too many words for this one. 9-0.
Well, maybe, all right. What is the new something that they can do to act on it? Where can they find success?
See, and I've been thinking about it, but they keep playing this mid control, which is really what I love to see in Ascent. But Rooster just always has an answer, so I don't really know how you do it. Maybe just play much slower and wait for Roosters to sort of crack under the pressure. But they've seemed so calm and collected, so I just don't know. Roosters has really been putting up a game here.
They're having a good day, that's for sure. If you saw them earlier in the broadcast, they have won Icebox earlier against a very dominant team, so they're already looking good through a little corner. They managed to get a trade elsewhere, but this is looking so bad for them. With that trade, they also have information on the side of Roosters that they know where they're going, so now they can just sort of set themselves up to just catch anybody off guard. Look where these Sentinels are. They're once again ready to see if they got any trades coming in. It's just so spread thin right now, and they don't know where to go at the moment. They are going to commit to the B site, of course, but it feels like they don't really know what to do themselves.
No.
And again, trade. But, okay.
Oh. All right, so we see Anew with actually an advantage, 3-1. So there's only one member, Ban. I mean, all right, we can't rule out Ban. Been playing so well, but 3-1. Can they do the retake here? Blades. Oh,
This is unfortunate, but fortunately, Anew at least won't get 13-0'd.
Oh, it's not going to be 13-0. Anew does pull the round. The operator now in Tyler's hands. I think they pulled that off the body of Van. So with everything being said, they have a chance to bring it back. If they can pull 2 more before the half's over, 3-9, not as terrible as it was first looking.
Still 9-1. So, yes, but no.
Yes, but no. I mean, we gotta hope for the luck. But that was the first crack we've seen from Roosters. Outside of that, it's literally looked like such excellent play from them.
This preemptive rotates for sure. But yeah. All right, trading it out, looking nice here. They are playing for picks. Anew is, I think, listening to you and playing a lot more slowly. They are not rushing onto the site. They managed to get banned, caught off guard. They shoot through the smoke again. Fierce is now finding a streak of their own and looking pretty good. Having a little bit of a heaven hell duel, and they do have that information. They know exactly where Shore is, and Shore can't push up without exposing themselves again and again.
Let's see what Shore can do. As oh no, Flavor with the Odin spraying down, picks up one in hell. All right, actually at the end of it, Anew Esports picks up another round, so now it's 2-9. They just doubled their score.
That is how math works. You are right. It's nice. All right, so let's be positive. Anew, they are playing it a lot more safer. I would say they are not rushing onto a site as much. Like they're making Roosters antsy. They're making them go like, come on, we were supposed to see them like 3 seconds ago. Where are they?
Right, right. I think the change had to not exactly come from. Get into this.
It's a good trade. Roosters just still holding it down, and now, they're maybe committing to A still, but they are just still playing for mid, which means that they have a chance of still evening out the player field. They have the Omen though, and the Omen's going to be very VIP in here. They want to make sure they're alive, so and Free going down, that's great. Evening out the playing field. The smokes are going to be useful, so Neat only has to worry about one direction at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. As we sort of see another slow round from Anew, and it's just what has been working for them. Uh-oh, Shore has seen both of their heads, though.
They saw ahead. They're ready. Enemy down. One down. They're already going to be caught in the crossfire. Get traded out right there. There's one player left standing. They're at A main. They're going to drop the Hunter's Fury, but they don't have any information. They're just going to bait it out. They give Trisk, but you got 30 seconds. You could potentially go to B, but no, they're adamant about it. It is Op versus Odin. Who has the most ridiculous frag yet in this series? Let's find out. Sova v Sova. The spike will be planted. Time is now in their favor, but they try to get information. Flavor will just eat them up, and it will be a double digit for the first half for Roosters.
Yep, they pull it 10-2. They actually do not drop the third round in a row. As a little bit of fun coming out from Flavor at the end there with the Hunter's Fury. Not going to hit anyone, as everyone was already dead on the side of Anew. We'll have to see if Roosters can just close it out here. They've had such a strong performance. But, we did see Anew go 13-1 in their last game. So they absolutely have the chances to run a play like, like Roosters did in the beginning of this game. So, not out of it. Definitely a mountain to climb. And we'll see if they're up for it.
Yeah, they're not out of the woods, and this pistol round is going to be super duper valuable, excuse me.
Yeah.
So they really need to make this count. You are absolutely right about that. Smoke's coming down. The Roosters are ready to play in B, though. They already know what they want to do. Darkiest won't have any information whatsoever. And, well, let's see if they can get a first pick. I'm going to drop the Paranoia. Do hear a lot of utility, but the trip is going to come out. Or, excuse me, the cage is going to come out. But Darkiest still gets a couple through the smokes. Actually gets a third. These taps have been insane. And now Roosters, they're going to have a hard time trying to win this round at all. They know exactly where they're on the backside, and they will be like a pack of runners closing in on them. Shotgun gets one, but it's now down to Ban, and Ban's not going to be able. The much-needed pistol round will finally be won by Anew. And let's see if they can start mounting a comeback here, Barrio.
Yep, start mounting it. Starting that snowball that we love to talk about from the pistol round and from the second round. You get to start mounting that snowball. We're going to see the full save. So Roosters know that if they force by here and they lose, they are giving a foothold back into this game that they should not. So they are doing the full save. And, I don't think Roosters are going to get very much off their save round. It's some scary buys from Anew already. So with all that being said, we'll see what happens here as we're getting into it. So many people already being tagged from Roosters.
Anew Already just kind of shooting at just them. Definitely, it's a safe round right now. So while we just let them go ahead and do their thing right here, Barrio, talk to me. What does Anew need to capitalize on more so? Like, where are they doing that is making it so successful? Yes, they are waiting, being a lot more patient. They can do stuff now while playing in the defense, but what do they need to keep doing to keep making this snowball work for them?
I think something I'm noticing, and gosh, Flavor actually picking up that goes really brutal, is that on defense, and I saw that in the last round and the beginning of this round, is they really aren't giving any information over to the attackers. They aren't doing anything that's overextending. They are holding really good angles, but they're playing back enough to where Roosters has to fully expose themselves to get information and get control of sites, and that's just how you want to play as defense when you're sort of in this deficit, because you're not going to give too much over. You're going to be very careful on how you play it. And so I really like that. I think that's very smart. But, you know, that was a save round. It wasn't going to be anything for Anew or anything for Roosters. As now the Rifles comes out from Roosters, this is their round to bring it back.
Potentially bringing it back means they have to win this one. They have to do with information. They are committing. Rushing onto the fight isn't bad either, but you need to be able to get the frag. The Hysteria, massive Darkiest. Trading out, though, is still in favor for them, but what's that? Why are we... I need the story on that later on. But now it's a 3v3. Heaven is locked down by Cliff. Might be able to find two for their trouble. Will be able to get away. Shoot through.
Oh.
See what they can find. Shoot some magic from Tyler. But, oh my gosh, Roosters. They managed to do it. Even though their shock darts have been crazy good, they managed to just overwhelm by just rushing it. I thought that was going to fall apart for them for a second.
Yeah, well, you know what I said, Anew was playing very careful, very back. I think it cost them massively there because of the rush from Roosters, they didn't have very much time to lock down. So they just sort of gave it up. You know, it's sort of hard to super describe, but Roosters just really took control of that site with their rush, with their aggression there, and now we see that round going over to Roosters is pretty devastating.
It was a great read from them.
Yeah.
Really shows a lot how well Roosters can adapt, but they can't adapt to angles apparently, as they will just get out. Nice little peek coming in from Fierce, as they will be able to hold it. Not too bad though. Still mid, still hanging out. Is committing to A. I mean, they are backing up a lot Anew, but this time there's a lot more confidence with this backup. They're not giving up too much ground, but they have to there. They get a nice tag on Fierce, but still, it's dangerous for them. Neat drops the cage. They still want to find somebody. They get the information. Nice peek of information. Gets Shora. So now it's going to be a little bit tougher. Laxi, once this cage goes down as well, is going to have a nice find, and they will be able to get traded out. Roosters, though, still at the deficit. We'll see, though. Flavor will be able to plan. Can Van just win this out? They're giving 2 1v1s, but Tyler's able to trade it out. A good patient here. Flavor's prioritizing winning the duels before even planting the spike. Time is not on their side, but they need to know that they can plant it safely without just losing altogether. And unfortunately, it will not be the case. The 1v3 was just not in the cards for them today.
Yeah, absolutely. Anew now bringing 5 of their last 7. So they are looking very solid lately. And, you know, we saw after the first member of both sides fell down that Anew played back again, like I said. And that time it's fine when when Roosters isn't bum rushing them and just full charging ahead. So it definitely worked out for them. But, you know, I think this is going to be another rush from Roosters. They don't have full buys. They have mostly pistols. So I think they're just going to try to look to grab some guns here.
Oh, that is very missing is massive. They're able to get 2. Roosters was able to trade it out. Napri able to actually find one as well.
It's actually super worth. They got 2 for 2 there.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty close for Tyler. Again, he's still pushing through A main, and it's still difficult. Like, even then, it is just sort of a lot of not lucky shots, but very little to no info shots. So they don't have too much they're working with. They're actually, for the first time I've ever seen in VCS, rotate and not commit to pushing a site with no information. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is insane. It is absolutely crazy.
Wow. Usually people just want to bash their heads against the wall, but no. Okay, maybe not even the rotate. Wait, hold it. Come on. No, stop it. No, this is not good. This is not a good idea. This never worked out. Oh, hold on, Tyler.
They
was
heard
a
you
little
and they
confused about the
decided not to
information.
rotate, and they went back to their site that they were at.
I
So-
don't still think it's a good fallback from Tyler. I don't know. I'm just gonna hold my breath now. I feel bad. I don't want to say this is a bad idea from Roosters, but I don't think it's the most amazing idea. But I don't know. Everybody skipped a night, but Dupree's able to catch that off guard. They're actually gonna creepy. They're rotating. They lied to me. They always lie. I knew it was theirs. I knew it was always gonna be the case, and now they're in such a good setup. Tyler's just probably gonna be saving onto the op and maybe get some extra frac. I don't think they want to try to lose 5,000 credits and hand it over to Roosters.
Yeah, no, I agree. You're gonna hold on to the Hunter's Fury. You're gonna hold on to the Operator. Don't try this. It's not gonna go too well. Roosters just has complete control of that B side and complete control of any angle that Tyler would like to come in. We actually might see Triss go on a hunting mission here. I don't think he's gonna be able to poach anyone from the side of, or he's gonna be able to poach Tyler, as Tyler seems pretty safe.
You say that now.
Yeah, I do say that. Yeah, I don't think there's any poaching going on here as we get back into that. But as match point for Roosters here, 12-5. They've definitely had such a commanding lead that even though they've sort of wavered in this last little part, that they are still in a comfortable position to end this game and move on to the semis. They just have to pull one more game from the side of Anew Esports to do it.
Would be nice to get to the overtime, but it's going to be far away. They have to win 7 rounds in a row now.
We're in a little bit of a tech pause. Drakios seeming to be the one that is actually now moving. We are, I think, going to get back into this game. And the buys have come out.
Oh, I've been saying Darkius.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that. I didn't. My bad. I should have.
What? No, it's fine.
I was
sorry,
like,
I'm sorry to Drakios.
Here.
Okay, well,
Here.
it's alright. Roosters may just cut it out altogether. Alright. We'll see if they're able to find it. So, alright. They got the op,
right.
which is good for them. So technically they have the firepower if they really wanted to challenge mid. Or any aggressive peaks. I am interested to see why Tyler has a not neat. I suppose it's because Tyler's top bracket right now, so they just have faith that if anybody's going to get value out of the op, it's Tyler.
What is happening is Neat does have ultimate on Jet, and so they don't really need the Operator in Jet's hand. But, so, I actually don't even think they need the Stinger. Every single credit really matters right now. I guess you can sort of, but I mean, you're trying to grab a kill with Neat, and you can just pick up someone else's weapon. Not a big deal. Stinger's the cheapest outside of a Bucky, so.
Get out of my way.
But here comes the aggressive push. That's so big to start off. Never.
They're not going to get banned. Excuse me. Are they going to get through the smoke? No, not to be the case, but the site's been locked down already, and this is a 4-3. I don't see this going down any other way. The Hunter Fury is, I believe, online, so this is going to be tough. Neat could find something tonight. They got to do something. They missed this area. That's pretty big. But the Hunter Fury is going to come out. Doesn't find anything. They know actually Fierce is in there, and Fierce gets dragged up. The Tripwires, they're going to be just found with their pants down. Now it's a 1v3. Fierce can find something so they can heal, but it's not going to be the case. And Roosters are going to wake up and smell the coffee, apparently, and they are on a dominant streak. I am I know I'm leaving after this, but I'm calling it now. I think they're gonna win this week. Even when I come back casting next week, I expect this kind of cool consistency from them.
Oh gosh, Roosters did look really good. I think Anew sort of just got caught in the back foot of the early part of that round or early part of that game. They sort of slid. They seemed so strong in their round of 16, but just sort of getting caught in the wrong foot. They looked much better towards the end of the first half and really early on, but they were just in such a deficit that Roosters was able to close out even with some sloppy play from them. But at the end of the day, Roosters won. Band looks so good consistently, jet opping. And we talked about it early on, was so crucial. But now I mean, it just was 19, 11, and 3, 291. We saw the knives come in at the end. Just really, really great stuff.
Absolutely solid plays, and there was never anything greedy in Roosters. Like, yeah, there was a little bit of overconfidence here and there, but Roosters, they they either played for picks or they played for control of site. There was always a plan going into it, and they had intention. There was a lot of what they were evaluating, and really, Anu did the best they could. I feel like at that moment. I think right now they just caught Roosters on a good day. Because if you saw them earlier, the way that they mounted back that comeback in Icebox says to me they are hungry today.
Yeah, they're hungry to take the win, make it to grand finals, but we'll have to see as they enter into the semis here. So they are very close. They've got one opponent ahead of them, but they've got to challenge them because anyone that's made it to the semis in the VCS is definitely a strong opponent, a hard person to take out of this. But that's gonna do it for me and Bemi. Or we're all done for today. So next up is Choice and Dilly, but we'll see you guys later.